Dragonflies are simply amazing creatures, but when trying to make some, the wings can be real challenging. Starting with a template, let me show you how I make mine. And the best thing, you get to recycle some of that plastic rubbish you have lying around. So let's make some dragonflies. All you need is a bit of plastic from one of these containers. Cut out the nice smooth pieces. Give them a little polish. And then you can use your template that you have drawn on some paper and trace the shape onto the plastic. But there's an easier way of doing it. You only trace it once and then cut out the piece of plastic and use it as a template. To cut out as many pieces as you like, you can reuse it many times. Much easier and quicker than tracing it. Do it twice. What I really love about these wings is that you get so much detail on there. You get all these little sparkly, faceted effects. And they make such cool shadows as well. So with your wings cut out and ready to go, you just need one tool, a needle. And all you do is to scrape your needle along the wing in the shape of the veins you see on a dragonfly wing. And you already get these cool effects. And then all you do is to turn it over and do the same thing on the other side. Not going into the same grooves, obviously, but expanding on the pattern. And you end up with something looking like this. So simple, but it ends up looking so pretty. Then you can add a few finer lines by using a lighter touch with a needle to add more detail. And it's also handy for a little trick I'm going to show you right at the end. And once you have all your wings patterned, you're ready to make the body. Quick look at the shape. And I'm going to use some core wool, twist it up a bit to make it denser, and start shaping it out. Then take another piece of wool and roll it up, and that is going to form the eyes, which are quite prominent. There is going to be another layer of wool on top of it, so don't make them too big. And then we're going to shape up the back a little bit for the wings to sit on. Just tighten up the shape a little bit more. And now we're ready to add some layers of color. So for this one, we're going to keep it quite realistic. So I'm going to use that as an example. Here are my colorful wools. Merino, and I'm just going to start wrapping it around the body and felting it in a little bit. You can also use some nice silk if you have any. And just build up the color along the body. Shaping it as you go. And then for the eyes, I mixed a little bit of silk into the color. And I'm just going to work that around the eye shape. Of course, you can make this mouthpiece as intimidating as you like. And then for the best part, which is adding some detail, is the black, or you could use any darker color really. But it's good if you keep the lines nice and sharp, because people really appreciate something that has a lot of detail on it. Tends to sell better, I noticed. You can really let your imagination run wild here and make utter fantasy beasts if you like. And once you've got a nice dragonfly body, it's time to put some little legs on it. I make them with a wire version, or you could just twirl something up from the wool. The wire version is good if you want to sit it on a plant or on a curtain or something. I also like to add a wire that comes out of the top of the body, between the wings, to hang it up on, because it gives it a better, more realistic motion, I find. It sort of bobs up and down, which is better than just hanging off the thread, I think. So just shape some legs out of the wire. Little feelers there at the front. And there we have it, ready to add some wings. Add a bit of detail with a felted pen or something similar. And this is my favorite addition at the end. Got a packet of these different mica powders. And I love to just add a little bit of a shimmer to them right at the end. It does rub off a little bit, so I tend to put quite a bit of it on for starters, and then it tends to wear off a bit. But it just adds a nice extra shimmer. And all we need to do is to stick the wings into our dragonfly. And press down on it a little bit so the wings don't end up hanging down. Once they're dry, you can also bend them up a little bit. And there we have it. One beautiful dragonfly. Oh well, here we are, sitting by my friend's pond, hoping a magical dragonfly is gonna come along while we're drinking. Missy. While we're drinking tea.
Yeah. Missy.
Probably not gonna happen, but hey ho, nice walk anyway.